listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 77 degrees going up to a high of 89, so it's going to be hot. It's going to be a hot one today, and guess what? I got to be out all day. Like, once the show is done, I'm out for the rest of the day. I mean, all day till like tonight, because I have three meetings, and then I bowl after that. So I'll be gone all freaking day after this show today. I got a busy day ahead of me. But listen, I ain't complaining. I'm not complaining because I do what I love and I'm happy about that, so I'm not complaining. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is Thursday. It's also my Friday. I know it's not your Friday. It is my Friday. And so I will be done after the show. So I'm going to need it. Like after the day I'm going to have today, like meeting after meeting and then bowl. When I go bowling, it takes me out of the game. Like when I come home at night, all I want to do is crash because I have had a long day, and today is longer than normal. So I'm going to have an even longer day today. Then I have to bowl tonight, and so yeah, I'll be done. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. Today is also Spotlight Thursday, so I'm happy to have a guest on today. His name is Mr. Randall Tousannaint. He is the Economic Development Director for Partnership Gwinnett, right here in Gwinnett County. He's making sure that we bring in industries into our county, so I'm happy to be talking to him soon. Also, listen, y'all know I love podcasting. I swear I need to go get some insurance on my throat because I got Wise Women Invest. If you did not, that interview last night was freaking fire. Do you hear me? I was so excited about it. So go to Wise Women. God, where is it located? Go to Wise Women Investpodcast.com. That's the link that'll take you to the podcast. WiseWomenInvest.com. WiseWomenInvestPodcast.com. WiseWomenInvestPodcast.com. That's going to take you to the podcast. That interview was fire. Janelle Bailey, man, I can't tell you, she is doing some great things. She has a 7-figure business and she has 2 children with 7-figure business. Now, here's the thing. They're children. So her son, I met him like 3 years ago. He was speaking at a conference and so was I. Met him. He was talking about stocks. I'm like, he was 11 years old at the time. He was 11. He's 14 now. He was speaking about stocks. I'm like, this little kid know about stock. He knows about stock, y'all. Now, he is a stock genius. He is a little mogul. And then his sister, I was telling my daughter this morning. So he has a company. He has a stock company, stock training company, right? He has 6 employees, right? And his mom, Janelle, was telling me that he just set up the 401ks for his 6 employees. He's 14. That blew my mind. Check this out. His sister, her name is Belly Love. His sister does the payroll for the company. Now, here's the kicker. Belly is 10. And she handles the payroll for her brother's company, who's 14. And he has 6 employees that he just set up 401ks for. When I tell y'all that thing tripped me out, but that's what Janelle does. She trained parents on how to raise moguls because she has 2. She has 2 moguls. Both of them have their own business, but the sister's a partner with the brother's business. They're creating generational wealth at little kids. These are kids, y'all. Now listen, they have lives outside of business, but you got to catch that interview. That interview was fire. WiseWomenInvestPodcast.com. I'm excited about doing that podcast, just talking to these amazing women, talking about building wealth through stocks and trades and Forex and stock options and bonds and mutual funds and just real estate. I'm so excited about that. And so for me, I'm just not diving into real estate. So you'll be kind of following my journey as I learn the ropes. So I'll be happy to share like the things that I'm doing. Like right now, looking at buying some land, got to go get a surveyor. So I'll be talking about that. So this is what we're doing. That's the Wise Women Invest podcast. Think I'm about to launch one more. And I swear after this, I'm not launching another one because that's going to bring me up to, I think, 5. If I launch this new podcast, it's going to bring me up to 5. Whew. And my voice, man, because I talk a lot, but that's my business. That's what I do. I'm in the business to talk, and I'm loving every second of it. But I got to tell you, And if I do a podcast, it's going to be on a Wednesday. So I'll be doing 3 podcasts on a Wednesday. One is going to be probably at 3 o'clock or 3:30. So I do the Good Morning Gwinnett podcast. If I do this next podcast, it's going to be at 3:30. And then I do Wiseman Invest at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. So my Wednesdays are not my Wednesdays anymore. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, let's get on with the show. So today, listen, it's so many national recognition days for today. So today is National Global Garbage Man Day. So show your garbage man some love. Show him some love. It's also National Eat Your Vegetables Day. I'm hungry, so I could be doing that right now, but I got to leave and go straight to a meeting. National Stewart's Root Beer Day. I have no idea what Stewart's is. I'm assuming that's a brand. And National Cherry Tart Day. It's also National Career Nurses Day. So it's a lot of love to show today. Show some love to the nurses. Show some love to the garbage man. Eat your vegetable. Have a root beer there. Have cherry pie, cherry tart, or apple strudel for dessert. And it's also National Mascot Day. So that's a bunch of holidays for you today. All right, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes because I got to make sure that I am ready for when my guest comes into the room. And so the way to do that is for me to get to moving, get to stepping. I'm bringing you the horoscopes today, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen for today, June the 17th. I want to give a shout out to Grandma May. So Grandma May is my daughter's great grandmother. That is Marvin Hagler's mother. And I want to say she is probably 84 or 85 today. Yep, she's up there. She's still doing great things. So, we lost Marvin back in March. That was painful. Just like losing my mom, that was painful. But his mother, she's still standing, and today is her birthday. So happy birthday, we call her Grandma May. Happy birthday, Grandma May, all the way up in Boston, and many, 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 many more. So happy birthday, and I got to give her a call later. All right, let's kick off our horoscopes like we always do, and that is with Aries. Real estate ventures will be to your advantage. You should be trying to clear up legal contracts that have been pending. Don't overspend on luxury items. Listen, focus on investing today, Aries. Focus on investing. Real estate ventures could be to your advantage. Don't overspend because you're going to need that money to put into those ventures, right? Don't do that. And handle your business because when it's time to sign the contracts, you want to make sure everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that all the contracts are signed, clear up pending issues, get that out the way, all that good stuff. Taurus, don't spend too much in order to impress others. Don't do that. Because what you start out doing, you got to keep doing, Taurus. Take care of matters involving institutions or government agencies. You might be overly emotional when dealing with your partner. Do not spend trying to impress people because what you do to get them, you got to keep doing that same thing to keep them. I'm just trying to help you out. Because trust me, if you take them to buy them, like a $300 meal, that's what they're going to be expecting. You can't take them to McDonald's after that now. You trying to show off? Now you got to keep showing off. Now you're stuck because you can't show off all the time. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm a female. I'm just trying to help you because what you tell us is what we expect. Now, if you come saying, you know what, let's go to Chick-fil-A, right? I understand you're a Chick-fil-A kind of dude. Don't tell me we're going to Ruth Chris and then I got to go down to McDonald's after Ruth. Nah, ain't going to happen. I'm just telling you. I probably wouldn't go to Ruth Chris anyway because I like seafood. I probably go to Oceaneer, but you can't take me to Oceaneer and then take me to Long John Silver after that. It don't work. Gemini, empty promises will cause confusion. Travel opportunities should be your first choice. You can complete any projects efficiently, especially if you put in the effort in yourself. Yeah, listen, don't do empty promises. That's a no-no. It's going to cause confusion. Travel opportunities should be your first choice. Go travel for some, have some fun. We're counting down the days here. We're counting down the days before we go to Miami. So everybody's excited about that, counting down the days. Need a break. I need a break. And I think I'll be in the airport on that Monday. So I may not be doing the show. I got to find me a fill-in though. I got to find a fill-in that can jump in and do the show when I can't get in there. And I have to figure that out. Somebody who can stand in for me. Because here's the thing. Yeah, I might retire one day and somebody has to take over the Good Morning Gwinnett show. And it may, I have to prime people. You never know. Cancer. You will reach the most people if you speak out at an organizational function. Younger relatives may seek your advice. Past partners are likely to reappear. All right, Jim. All right, Cancer. Some people, listen, you got some people that's about to pop into your life. Now, here's what you need to ask yourself. Why are they past partners? That's the question. Why are they past partners? It was probably for a reason. Watch that. Leo, it's time to reevaluate your own motives and make changes to yourself first. Your charm will mesmerize members of the opposite sex today. Secret affairs may be tempting. Don't be tempted. Do not be tempted. And reevaluate your motives. Change yourself. Don't worry about trying to change other folks. Change yourself. That's the only person you can change. And check. Now listen. If it's a secret, don't do it. It's going to backfire on you, Leo. It's going to backfire. I know it's tempting, but it's going to backfire. Virgo. Don't overspend to impress others. Yes. Opportunities for travel must be carefully considered. You need to pamper yourself for a change. Listen, don't you overspend to impress. I just told Taurus the same thing. Whatever you do to get them, you got to do that stuff to keep them. So don't overspend trying to impress people. Just don't do it. Because that's what they're going to be expecting later. So don't do that to yourself. You know, you need to pamper yourself. Take that money and pamper yourself. Put it on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Put it on yourself. Don't overspend. Don't try to impress them because you can't. All right, I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Don't bother retaliating. Just walk away. You will find the perfect outfit if you shop today. That's a rhyme. Try to be reasonable. That's a rhyme. Don't bother retaliating. Just walk away. You will find the perfect outfit if you shop today. That's a rhyme. Listen, don't be fighting. Just go do some retail therapy. You're going to be fine. Just walk away. Don't even think about retaliating. Go buy you something. Retail therapy is great. Great. Yeah, so Scorpio. Love can develop with someone of a different cultural background. Expressing yourself in novel ways should lead you down new avenues. Travel will be favorable and bring you greatest rewards. It's a lot of traveling going on today. Like I don't think I hit 3 or 4 signs and it's saying travel. Get on out there and travel. Go out there. It's gonna bring you some good rewards. Have some fun too. Sagittarius, you will be able to make changes regarding your living arrangements. You may have been too agreeable to someone who just wanted to use you. Expect your workload to be heavy. Expect your workload to be heavy. Listen, that person, when you find out that person was just trying to use you, dump them. Get rid of them. Just say la vie. Get out of here. Because sometimes people, listen, they said sheep come in wolf's clothing. Yeah, that's probably what happened to you. But that's okay. You can always get rid of them. If the minute you find out what you need to find out, dump them. Capricorn, this is not the day to be extravagant. You have made an accurate assessment of the situation and you have come up with ideas that will save money. However, you should be concerned about what they want in return. What do they want? What are they trying? Do you have some sheep and wolves clothing too, Capricorn? Listen, be concerned about what they want. Ask questions. Don't just give in because you can't act. Listen, what do you want? Ask the question. That's all I'm saying. Aquarius. Try to be as mellow as possible. You will have the ability to capture the interest of others. You will be a real chatterbox. Yeah, you're going to be a real chatterbox. Listen, I'm a chatterbox to the point where my throat is actually sore right now. I don't even know how I'm going to produce another show. Like I'm saying right now, like right here, it's just sore. I'm going to have to start drinking like menthol and lemon water because I'm talking so much. Yeah. Anyway, try not to be a chatterbox. Not today, Aquarius. Be mellow. Mellow out as much as possible. All right. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, misunderstandings could cause confusion and upset. Children may be on your mind. Confronting a situation only results in indignation and misunderstandings. Oh my God. So listen here, fish. We're gonna try not to do anything that's gonna be cause confusion, because that's going to cause upset. We're going to try to avoid misunderstandings and think about the little children. Think about the babies, right? Children may be on your mind. Confronting situations is only going to result in indignation and misunderstanding, which means let it slide. I know some of us I ain't letting nothing slide. Let it slide today, fish. You don't want any misunderstandings and confusion. Let it slide. It's not even worth it. I'm just trying to help you out. You hear what I'm saying? All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. No. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back again Monday at 10 a.m. God willing, to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thomson. Now let's get on to some news you can use before my guest arrives. Gwinnett Building Baby Brains advocate raises money for early learning. I think this is such a cool story. So Gwinnett Building Baby Brains, a community initiative created to ensure children in Gwinnett County are ready to thrive in kindergarten, has embarked on a new fundraising campaign called Riding for Onesies. You heard it right, Riding for Onesies. So onesies, like the baby onesies, yeah, Riding for Onesies. So the community learning and advocate John Upchurch began a journey to ride over 1,049 miles from Anacortes, Washington to San Francisco, California from May 22nd to June 13th. And his goal was to raise money, Riding for Onesies. So Upchurch has a goal of raising $35,000 by the end of the ride. Now, this story just came out, so I don't know that he hit his goal or not. But if you want to know how to donate to the campaign, go to buildingbabiesbrains.com, buildingbabybrains.com. I just thought that was a good story. And even though his ride may be over, you can still contribute. Like whenever anything, listen, your kids, for us, our horoscope said, Pisces, the children may be on your mind. This is a good opportunity to support the children. So kudos to Mr. Upchurch for doing this, Riding for Onesies. I don't know how it turned. I would like to know how it turned out. I want to know that he hit the goal or not. That would be pretty cool. The American Red Cross is urging people to donate blood soon due to an severe supply shortage. Yeah, we are running out of blood, just like gas, right? Hospitals are experiencing a high number of emergency room visits from traumatic injuries. There are also more overdoses, which sometimes require organ transplant. Blood demand climbed 10% from 2019 levels, and trauma centers, according to the Red Cross. When second counts emergency trauma situation, it's the blood already on the shelves that can make a difference in saving lives. So they need you to donate some blood. They have a blood shortage, and I got to tell you, I think in the last probably month and a half, there have been 3 deadly motorcycle accidents. So traumatic injuries that are coming into the ER. I know they are coming. Like 3 right here, like on 85 in Gwinnett County, like in Gwinnett, Lawrenceville. Like I've heard of 3 tragic accidents. So I know that the hospitals are probably taxed right now, and they need you to donate blood. So you can go to Red Cross. Go to redcross.org and probably figure out how to donate blood. For more information about this, you can go to and here's the thing: if you're in Loganville has some blood drives coming up. So let me just run you a couple of dates. So July 6th, there's going to be a blood drive from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Highlands Presbyterian Church, located at 830 Grayson Parkway. On July 12th, there's going to be a blood drive from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Greystone Church, located at 1551 Ozara Road in Loganville. On the 24th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Grayson City Hall, located at 475 Grayson Parkway, is going to be having a 475 Grayson Parkway? Really? A blood drive. 625, June 25th, 1 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., Loganville First United Methodist Church, located at 221 Main Street in Loganville. They're going to be having a blood drive. And then on June the 29th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Summit Baptist Church, located at 3080 Highway 81 in Loganville, is having a blood drive. So here's the thing. Go to patch.com, click on Loganville, and you can find information about what's happening in with the blood drives. They need you. They need you to help out. Y'all know I'm a geek, right? So I'm souped up about this story right here, and then I'm going to go to a song, and then come on with my guest. But I had to tell you about this. So I'm all excited about like the drive, the autonomous driving cars, and that stuff excites me. But anyway, Peachtree Corners is testing technology that allows vehicles to communicate with their surroundings in hope of bettering public safety and traffic flow. So the Curiosity Lab, the Gwinnett City's public-funded innovation lab, is partnering with Jacobs and Qualcomm Technologies to implement cellular vehicles to everything, or CV2X technology in real-world environments. So they're going to equip these cars so that the cars can find out what's going on around us, right? And I guess it's going to report back. I think that's pretty cool. Like, it's going to help us drive better and be safe on the road. But anyway, the CV2X technology connects vehicles to traffic signals, crosswalks, and other vehicles on a 5G network. Drivers will receive alerts of nearby objects like cars or pedestrians, helping them make decisions behind the wheel. Now, I can tell you right now, Waze already does. It doesn't do quite that much, but Waze, I love Waze. Waze like debris on the road ahead. If you've ever used Waze as your GPS system, Waze would tell you police located ahead, accident located ahead. It tells you. I love it. The city is testing the technology with its 2 2020 Ford Edge vehicles. So Ford Edge, they got 2 2020 Ford Edge vehicles, and the technology is inside there. So that's pretty cool. I need to go to the Curiosity Lab. I haven't been there. I went there one time when it was Prototype Prime. I went there, and then I haven't been since then. But I need to go over there and check them out. But anyway, I'm going to go to a song, and then I'm going to come back, and by that time, my guest should be on. We're going to talk about economic development here in Gwinnett County and what we're trying to do. But before I go, let me just say this. Grace On, who recently graduated from Mill Creek High School, and Kennedy, okay, I'm about to mess up the name, Addabbo, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, Kennedy Addabbo, who graduated from Shiloh High School, are among 61 college-bound seniors nationwide to win lucrative scholarships from Jack Kent Cook Foundation, according to Gwinnett Public Schools news release. The foundation, the Cook Scholars receive up to $40,000 per year towards a 4-year accredited higher education institution and personal advice on choosing a college. The financial aid process is transitioning to college and the student experience. Up to $40,000 a year in scholarships. So congratulations to these young people. Y'all know I love the young people. Let's give them a round of applause for work well done. our school system, the people that teach our children, you can see that they're thriving because of the scholarships that they're winning. I talked about the one young lady who won the scholarship from Amazon and an internship, and she hasn't even gotten to college yet. It's just amazing. And speaking of amazing, and I'm not saying this to toot my nephew's horn, but my nephew is rocking it right now. He is going into he'll be a freshman at Grayson High School in the fall, and he plays football, and he has, oh my God, I can't even think about how many college offers he's had, and he hasn't even started playing high school football yet. But he just got an offer yesterday from Georgia Tech. And so that's exciting. He has gotten so many offers to play football in college, and he is just now getting to high school. But, he knows he has skills, and he has skills because, one, he has talent. But, two, my brother is a coach. My brother's been playing football since he was 6 years old. So my brother is a coach. My nephew is a coach at Florida State. So he has no other – he got to be successful. Like, everybody is, into football. So – kudos to him, and he'll be at Grayson High School this year, so that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you, hopefully my guests will be signed on by then. Stay tuned.
A four-letter word. Trust yourself and you get hurt. Tell yourself it's so absurd. Four-letter words. I hate it when you're like this. You never get excited. Get struck by lightning. Don't hide it, no. Don't hide it, no. Soulless man, do you feel it? Love hurts more when you're in it, yeah. Gravity at its limit, Do you feel it? Struck by lightning. Don't hide it, no. Don't hide it, no. Soulless man, do you feel it? Love hurts more when you're in it, yeah. Gravity at its limit, Do you feel it?
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So I'm ready to bring my guest in today. He is the He is the Director of Economic Development for a Partnership for Gwinnett, and I'm excited to have him here. You know, I love Gwinnett County, and I also love talking to people who in Gwinnett County who help us make this a beautiful place to live and bring in industries to help, you know, people get jobs. So without further ado, I would like to welcome my guest today, Mr. Randall Tousannaint. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Audrey, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. I was just grooving to John Legend a second ago. I'm feeling pretty good
today. That's not John Legend. That sounds like him, right? That's not him.
Who is that?
Let me tell you who that is. So, you know, his name is Rebel Day.
My gosh.
It sounds like him, though, right?
No, he's got a good group. I'm a music fan, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. Like, that's why, you know, it's so crazy because a lot of podcasters, they do straight interviews. They don't do all the stuff I do. And me personally, I love music. So I was like, I have to have music inside of my show. So I am, you know, I'm excited about that. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Absolutely. I appreciate the chance to come on.
Yeah. So, you know, I love Gwinnett County. I've been here 8 years. June 13th was 8 years. And, I'll tell you, I was born in Georgia, but I was raised in Jersey. Moved back to Georgia 8 years ago, and I've never seen a county like Gwinnett County in my life. I grew up in Newark. Before I came here, and I've always lived in Essex County in Jersey. I've never seen anything like it. Like, there's so many opportunities here to just get to know your government, to get to know the industries, to know how everything works. I love it. Like, our chairwoman, before she became chairwoman, she ran a program called Gwinnett Citizens Academy 101, and I had the opportunity to go through that academy. I think I went through in 2017. I've been talking about it ever since because it was such a great opportunity. Now I know on your side you work to bring industries into Gwinnett County, and tell us a little bit about what your responsibilities are and what you're looking for, because the show is global. You know, I'm everywhere. Good Morning Gwinnett is all over the world, and I'm always talking about it. And I was like, I would love to know, does anybody listen to this show and actually move to Gwinnett County? That would be so cool to know. But tell us about what you do.
Absolutely. So my role, honestly, is one of the most fun jobs I think a person can have. I really just get to tell Gwinnett's story. I work on a team that's called Partnership Gwinnett, and we're the marketing arm for both Gwinnett County and all of the 16 cities that are within Gwinnett. And our job is to recruit companies to move into our market, and then to help the existing companies grow and expand. And we work with everybody from startups who are just starting to think through their business plan, folks who are looking for capital, startups that are thinking about what the future could look like and how they can tap into a market, all the way up to Fortune 500 companies and C-level executives like our CEOs and CTOs and COOs that are residing right here in Gwinnett. And our job is to figure out what the hurdles are that are stopping their growth, and then tap into the toolkit and see how Gwinnett's resources can help them with overcoming those hurdles.
So what are some of the hurdles? Because I know as a small business, I'm a small business owner, we have a bunch of hurdles, you know. So it could be like we wear too many hats, our head is leaning to this. You know, I look at the camera like, because I'm doing this daily, and I swear my head is always like this, and so my ponytail is crooked, and I said because I'm wearing too many hats, you know. So what are some what are some of the hurdles that you see small businesses make? Because I know I have a lot, but what are some of the ones you see, and how do you help those small businesses?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the fun thing is, you know, being a small business owner is one of those things where you have to have a passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you believe in what you're doing. So you're not only just working to make sure that the spreadsheets look good, you're doing it because you have a belief in what your business is about. And we found that really small businesses, there's two things that really cause small businesses to falter. It's lack of capital and lack of information. What we've tried to do is work with all of our partners to make sure that we can provide tools that can help small business owners with both of those. So on the capital side, and we encourage everyone to check out our website, www.partnershipgwinnett.com. We actually have an entrepreneur guide that's on there. If you click on it, it's a digital toolkit that talks about some of the resources that we have locally that can help folks with getting in front of venture capitalists, getting in front of companies that are trying to tap into venture capital, And then working with corporations that are trying to even issue grants in order to help foster innovation. And we always say, you know, if you've got a brilliant idea, commit that to paperwork and turn the idea into a business plan. So that way your plan can guide the direction that your company moves forward in. So we also have great resources to help people with developing those plans. We're great partners with the county's Entrepreneurship Center, which will open shortly. And that will be a one-stop shop where all of the local folks in Gwinnett who are thinking about starting a business can go and just tap into our tools as well as some of the region's tools. And then on the information side, we have an analytics team that is incredible. If you are, for example, an entrepreneur that's trying to figure out, you know, will people in this community or in this region or in this state purchase the item that I'm trying to sell or the service that I want to create, we can help with just analyzing the data and saying, well, here's what the market says right now, or here's what it said 5 years ago, or here's what we're forecasting that spending patterns or consumption patterns will look like in that particular niche area. And there's not a cost to that. You know, just give us a call, reach out to us through email or the website, and we love to help. That's our role. We're eager.
You know, it's so funny because when I was in Jersey, I was a consultant for the Small Business Development Center for Rutgers University. And I helped a lot of startups get off the ground. It was so funny. I remember this one lady, she came, she wanted to start a cupcake business. So I said to her, well, do you know how to bake? And she says, no. I said, that might be the first step you take. You might want to learn how to bake the cupcakes first. But it was so amazing to see how creative people were, but they really did not understand like what all goes into being a business. So even for me, when I moved here and I launched a new business, I went right to the SBDC. I was like, I got to go to SBDC. And I went to SCORE because I understood, like when I started my first business, I'll never forget this. I went to SCORE and I was green. Like I didn't know anything. Like I was going into a market where there was no market. I was creating a market, right? But I went to SCORE and they told me you got to do a business plan. I did my business plan and Randall went back to SCORE with my business plan. My SCORE advisor liked the business plan so much he wanted to be an investor in the company.
Wow.
But he couldn't because it was against the rule of ethics. So he called his daughter on the phone. It's like, listen, I got this company I really want to invest in. And she's like, but Dad, and you know you can't do it. So he wanted her to invest in the company on his behalf. She wouldn't do it because it was against. But I felt so good about that because it was literally an industry that there was no. So I invented, Georgette and I invented the first plus size fashion dolls. There were no plus size fashion dolls back then. We invented them. We were the first to invent them. Now you can find them everywhere. But we were the first to invent them, and we had no idea what we were doing. So there was no market. We spent a year on Wall Street trying to raise funding. People telling us nobody wants to buy a fat doll, you know. But that didn't stop us. We kept going until those dolls came out of my head. And I was working the job, Randall. It came out of my head. And by the end of that year, in 6 months, we had a prototype. Knowing nothing. But a lot of that was because of services like SCORE and the Small Business Development Center. And I knew once I did that, and here's the crazy part, it was kind of nice to go back and then help. Because I started there, and then I was able to go back and become a consultant and then help. So that was a good thing. So you said something. You said there are corporations here that have grants for innovation to help small businesses. How do you know who these corporations are? Is there like a directory somewhere? How do you know what corporations are there to provide grants for innovation, and what type of innovations are they looking for?
Yeah, you know, as a region itself, Atlanta is home to some of the most dynamic Fortune 500 companies on the planet who are working diligently with local universities, local high schools to figure out strategies to create new things. And they're putting a lot of that talent together around problems and basically forming what they call innovation centers. Mm-hmm. So part of our role in Partnership Gwinnett is just to explore, you know, what are the innovation centers working on? And then to figure out how we can make sure we're connecting our local businesses to these innovation centers and being matchmakers. Our team just hired a brand new project manager by the name of Brian Dorellis. Sharp young man, actually used to work in economic development with the Peace Corps in Moldova, has done a lot with startups and worked in Metro Atlanta. And his role now is to help with entrepreneurship and help with making some of these matchmaking connections. And it's as simple as a phone call. The other thing that we're working on now and that will launch first quarter of next year is to just quite simply create a digital platform where companies can access this information. And if you're a startup, you can look and see what grants are out there. You can look and see what types of companies are trying to tap into talent, as well as some of these innovative services. So we're putting it all together in a nice mix. We're partnering with our cities and our counties to do it. And we think probably first quarter of next year, this should be ready. And going back to another thing you had said just about when you were getting started and working with like SBDC and those groups and SCORE, can't speak highly enough for the value of those partnerships. Mm-hmm. If you can sit down one-on-one with folks at SBDC and at SCORE, that gives you a counselor who's focused on just your business and gives you an opportunity to ask the questions that just might seem, you might be a little shy, in asking. And no question's a silly question. And usually, if you're able to work with someone at groups like SCORE and SBDC, and even with our team, once you ask those questions, we can start working on a path to develop a plan. So I love that you have brought that up. That's how it happens.
It is. And you know what's crazy? I got to tell you a quick story because this was funny. So I went to SCORE down here. Like when I moved to Georgia, I didn't know what I wanted to do because I was completely starting over. Went to a film festival. There was a film distributor there. And the film distributor was telling the filmmakers, like, we can distribute your film, right? But you probably won't see any money for like 15 years. And so I had been in the digital distribution space probably about 5 years, 10 years at that point. And I'm like, did he just say they won't see any money for like 15 years? And I left that film festival like, oh my God, I have to do something to help them because I got a film right now sitting on Amazon that's been sitting there since it has to be sitting there. I've been here 8 years. I produced it before I left Jersey. So it's been at least 10 years. And it was just called Rise, and it was just me talking about my entrepreneur journey. It's been sitting on Amazon that long. I still make money, and it is not very well done. So these people put a lot of time and effort into their work, and they were told that they weren't going to make a dime, not one, for 15 years. I was like, that's robbery. And they were running up there to give them their information and give them their disc, and I was like, that's crazy. So I decided to launch an internet TV network. Right? That's the idea God gave me. Again, going somewhere where there's no market. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And I remember going to SCORE. I went online. I said, well, I know who I can go to. I need to go to SCORE. I went online. I looked for someone who had been in the media industry. My SCORE advisor was someone who had been in the media industry. What was funny about that meeting, Randall, was that he was supposed to be giving me guidance. We wound up flipping because he was launching a video company. He was launching a video company, and because I was so versed in this space, I wound up giving him. It was hilarious. I wound up giving him counseling. He's like, I don't even think I helped you at all, but you certainly helped me. It was hilarious, and he was so nice. And I went back to see him a couple of times. But he was older. He was in this new space because video was pretty new at the time. And he was like, I'm trying to launch. His business was video, and it was a cool business too. I really wish he could have gotten this done. He had not boxes, but like devices that you would put like on a corner of a street. And it had videos playing of all the businesses in the area.
Oh, wow.
So, when you stand to the light across the street, there was this video box there. And you can like see videos from all the businesses in the area. I thought that was such a cool idea, but I never saw it. So I don't think he got it kicked off because I think what he was doing had a lot of data centers that he needed. And his data center was located in Atlanta. But anyway, I wound up coaching him. It was funny. And, but when you know what you know, and you want to help people, it just happens, it just happens.
That's it.
It just happens.
Audrey, that's the best part, I think, of like the whole entrepreneurship journey, in my opinion. Now, if like-minded folks kind of get in a room, like they're going to figure out a way to like partner with each other and like help folks move forward. we just launched this new program, and I'm glad we got a chance to connect and kind of talk on this platform about it. It's called the CTO Tech Talk, and CTO stands for Challenges, Threats, and Opportunities. But it's a way for companies that are particularly focused in the tech sector, be it startups or major corporations, to sit down and have a closed-door roundtable discussion about just challenges. What's affecting you? Are there challenges with finding workforce and talent? Are there issues in terms of like how to grow and expand? Are there anything facing you that are there any challenges in front of you that are threatening the future of potential opportunities? And the goal is for companies to help each other and to share best practices. And we've held one as just a pilot program. These are closed doors, so they're not things that we publicly announce. But if folks reach out to us in the tech sector and they want to get involved, we definitely put them on the list. We try to keep it to about 20 people at a time, and then do about one per month. And we would love to get more people involved with it. And then we do something similar for local manufacturers who are trying to produce a product. And if you're a startup and you're trying to think about a prototype, when you were mentioning the dolls, that's the first thing that came to mind. It's like, well, you start thinking, how do I make the doll? We get folks around the table who are either large-scale manufacturers or small ones, and they talk about that process, and we call that the Lean Breakfast Club.
I can tell you right now, I would love to sit in on that class, and I tell you why. So I invented the dolls in 1999. And so they turned 21, I think, last year. I think it was year before last. It was last year, I think. They turned 21. So the goal was, because we stopped doing the company in 2005, 2006, and then I became a business coach. But I wanted to do an anniversary doll because it's a set of dolls. It's a black doll. Her name is Deja. My white doll name is Dawn. And my Hispanic doll name is Dina. And so Deja was my top seller to white women. That was crazy. You would think it would be the opposite. Yep. And I had to ask them, like, listen, I got to ask you a question. Please don't be offended, but you don't buy the white doll. You buy the black doll, and my black folks didn't buy any dolls. Let me say this, not many. The white women said to me, Deja is so beautiful. She's just exotic. Now, remind you, they were made from the same mold, the exact same mold. Skin tones were different. That was it. They had on different color clothing, the same outfit, different color clothing, different skin tones, the exact same mold. They hated the white doll. They were like, she's just a big white girl. They hated her, right? But I wanted to manufacture the doll for anniversary because we were going through tariff wars at that time with China, because China is my manufacturer. We were going through, and they have my molds. They have everything that I own there. And I can't get it. I wanted to do the anniversary doll, and there was no way for me to do the doll affordably because when I got the dolls done the first time, we paid $13 per unit. Fast forward to the day with tariff wars, $55 per unit. There is no way. And it was so many uncertainties that I couldn't even think about fundraising and sending China $400,000 because I didn't know where we were. Pandemic was going on. They were mad at us. It was like, how do I do that? And what I realized is that there were no doll manufacturers in the state. And I was like, man, I wish there was a company I could find in the state that could help me get this. It wasn't any. I went to a 3D printer, saying, how quick can you get it done? But they couldn't give me the doll back in vinyl. It would be like a hard plastic. And so I just had to scrap the idea of the anniversary doll now. But now that you said about the manufacturing, they turn 25 soon. So I may have to bring them back at 25 and manufacture them in the state. And that would be a great opportunity. So I think for a lot of us, when we think about manufacturing, the first thing we think about is that it's really expensive to manufacture in the States. Are there going to be parameters put in place to help us be able to manufacture and hire people when we got China that we still pay, almost like, well, China is changing, but before we were paying them pennies, versus here, if we were paying China $2, we had to pay $18 here for manufacturing. That has been a problem forever. Is that something that the Partnership Gwinnett is trying to help us like work around or figure out how to do that so we can keep our manufacturing in the state and be like made in the USA versus made in other places?
Audrey, there are two things I love talking about. One, new chili recipes. I love chili. And the second is economic development policy. You just got it. So the answer to the question is yes, we are here to help. I'll tackle this in 3 ways.
Okay.
First, we have formed very, very great relationships as a community with some sister cities actually in China. And we have great partnerships all over the world. You know, we work with the Georgia Department of Economic Development, which is the state's marketing arm, and they have international offices all throughout the world. And we reach out to them and try to make sure that if anyone in Gwinnett is looking to manufacture overseas and they can't find that type of a product or a manufacturer or production facility here in Gwinnett or in Metro Atlanta or in Georgia, then we try to help make sure they can find that in another market. And we work with our state partners to connect. So that's the first one. On the second side of it, with the policy side, you know, as tariffs increase and as the cost of production and material goods continues to increase and expand, it does become a little more pricey just to produce products. But one thing that we're very fortunate about is that we are in a really dynamic community that focuses on figuring out ways to offset a lot of those taxes and a lot of those charges. The state itself has a few tax incentive programs that are designed to help import products from overseas and assemble them here. And if you're using the Georgia ports through that, you can work towards getting tax credits to offset your Georgia tax liability. If you're in various communities throughout Gwinnett County, there might be some incentives for actually assembling your products here, so that way you won't have to incur specific taxes, and you can waive those through what's called a Freeport exemption. And our team is here to help with navigating that, to help companies and leaders in a company who are thinking through, like, can I import something? Can I manufacture overseas? Can I manufacture here? Call us. Our website, partnershipgwinnett.com, it talks about it, but like, we want to talk to you one-on-one. And then the third thing that we do is we don't just help you and walk away. You know, I'm over the team that recruits companies to move into Gwinnett County. I've got a counterpart whose only job is to help existing companies with growing and expanding. Her name is Devin Kaysen, phenomenal woman. And her job is to know the lay of the land, to figure out all the tools that could possibly be added to a company's toolkit, and then figure out how to push all those hurdles out the way that stop them from growing. And that includes identifying manufacturers and figuring out strategies for the future. So we'll help you now, we'll help you in the future, and then we basically become a value-added partner. And there's no cost for doing that. You know, this is something that also makes Gwinnett unique. The county and all 16 cities invest into Partnership Gwinnett. We have a series of partners that also contribute financially, and then that allows us to offer our services without cost to companies. And that's why I said that my job is it's one of the most fun jobs you could ask for. I get to listen, and then I get to help.
Man, you don't even know. I'm smiling right now because I wish I had known about because I just always looked at Partnership Gwinnett as catering to the bigger companies. So I was like, well, they're not going to help me. I'm a small company. And not only that, that was like, I don't know. I didn't even think to even come to you guys. But now I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute. Wait, hold it. I didn't even think to ship the dolls in and then have them assembled here because, you know, I'm so used to getting them back. They're already boxed and everything looks nice. And they have been my manufacturer since the beginning. So the dolls are actually, I mean, we started in 99 and it's 2000. They're 21. Yeah. So they've been my manufacturer the whole time. I went to Toy Fair and that's how I found them. And I pitched them the idea and they became my partners. Like they didn't even charge us for the mold because they thought it was such a great idea, which was great because at the time the mold was like $15,000. And so I was like, oh God, we don't have that. We just barely have enough to like get the clay done. And, but they've been my manufacturers for that long, but it would be so nice to bring, because here's the thing, the Dolls have a fan club. People don't know me, they know the Dolls. They have an entire fan club on Facebook, and people like, hey, are you the doll lady? They have an entire fan club. I'm talking about people that love them, make them over, do all kinds of things. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool to have an anniversary doll. But now I'm excited because I think when they turn 25, I'll be able to bring them back. Because now, and let me tell you one of the things that scared me the most. And I talked to a logistic company here in Gwinnett County. I had met him. I was on Radio X. They interviewed me. Business Radio X interviewed me. He was there, and I forgot his name, but he has a logistic company here. What I was asking for was too small. He said, well, actually, and I was trying to get like $10,000. He's like, that's kind of small. I'm like, really? But what scared me the most, Randall, was the fact that I didn't know how to protect people's money. So people pre-ordered the dolls. I didn't know how to do a wire transfer that would protect that money, because had I figured that part out, I would have gone ahead and got it done. We would have did like because they have a fan club. We would have like did some pre-orders or something. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to protect it. He didn't know how to tell me how to do that. And I was like, I'm not doing it. I was losing sleep over the whole process, and I had collected a dime. I was losing sleep, just like the stress of just trying to figure out, well, how do I protect the money? What if China is really mad at us and keep the money? How do I get the money back? So knowing that there's an organization right here in my county that can help walk me through that process, so now I can move forward, that excites me. So you'll probably see me over there aggravating everybody. Not really. I don't aggravate people, but
it's not an aggravation at all. I love it. I wish we could have connected.
Yeah.
We were talking about how y'all just wanted to have that $12,000 to get off the ground. We've got a group called Gwinnett Tech Angels that had existed a while back. It consisted of angel investors who live here in Gwinnett County and really wanted to invest back in Gwinnett businesses. For a lot of different reasons, the group, just kind of went a different direction. But Brian Dorellis, I give him a lot of credit, has actually reached out to the investors initially that created it, and we're relaunching it.
Wow.
So we're about to have the Gwinnett Angel Investor Network, which is the new brand for it. It's a chapter of the Atlanta Tech Angels, and they do everything from participate in pitch sessions over at Atlanta Tech Park and Peachtree Corners, to going downtown and into Midtown to participate in some of Georgia Tech's pitch sessions. They've sat down and really like worked with billionaires like Chris Klaus to learn what is it that investors are looking for, how can we speak their language, and how can we help prepare Gwinnett startups to be ready to pitch to venture capitalists for that angel seed funding. And, that would have been a great opportunity for us to connect to with that group. And then on the flip side, as you're starting to think through production and like growth for the future and like how to, protect people's funds, we work closely with the chamber here in Gwinnett County, and they host annual events. They just hosted one. It was about 60 days ago. It was 2 months on basically e-commerce 101, how to launch, sell, distribute, and then secure funding and products online. And it was geared towards startups, not for like the large behemoths, but for folks who are looking at exactly the product volume that you were talking about. So we're here. We got to connect offline.
We do have to connect, because I'm so excited. Like, even I was a member of the big chamber when I started Good Morning Gwinnett 2 years ago. So Good Morning Gwinnett is 2.5 years old. I've been podcasting a long time, since about 2004 when it first started. So I've been doing it a long time.
Congrats on the 500th episode.
Oh my God, it's huge. And let me tell you something. I was just talking about before you came on. Like, I think I need to get insurance on my throat, because I'm actually launching a podcast for our district attorney. She's gonna have a podcast. So I'll be launching that for her. But I'm doing 4 or 5 of my own. And it's crazy because, and let me tell you the vision. So maybe, because I need somebody to come in and help me do this. My vision for this show is to be what Turner Broadcasting is to Atlanta.
Like that.
That's my vision. We have mobile apps. I'm streaming right now. We're streaming live right now on Roku. Like, we're on Roku, right? So anybody with a Roku device, if they go to Noise, they can see us right now live on Roku. We're streaming live on Facebook, and we're streaming live on all the podcast platforms. That's the vision for Good Morning Gwinnett. I want it to be what Turner is to Atlanta. And so I need to get some backers to make that happen. Not a lot, but I want to make it happen because I can bring on a team of people. Right now it's me. I'm a tech head. I love technology. So I've managed to put all these pieces without knowing how to code a thing. Randall, learn how to put all these pieces together and make them work. Like, I got computers all around. You can't see them, but I got computers all around the room that makes this happen. But that's the goal. So I'm just throwing that out there to the universe. I need a grant for that. We got a community grant. I want to, because I would love for people to be able to hit the app, and they can do this now. Hit the app and watch all the shows that I produce here. And I have some great people on, like yourself. Like, I've talked to Mark Farmer, who's over the Entrepreneur Center. I can't wait till it opens. I'm excited about that. I've talked to our chairwoman. I talked to our past chairwoman. I've had a lot of great people on the show. And I just recently started doing video. So I'm excited about what you're saying, because I feel like it's going to be a great opportunity for small business to know that these resources are really there, and we really do have to sit down, because I feel like there's a lot of resources that a lot of people don't know. I sit on the board for the Greater Eastside Chamber, and I don't even think they know. They know.
Yeah, we got to connect. I mean, part of my role is to just make sure we're spreading the message about all the resources that Gwinnett County and all the 16 cities can offer. And to be honest, that's what makes us special. I think we're one of the few majority communities in the Southeast, let alone the United States, and still one of the fastest growing. And what's awesome about that is this is the community that, really models what the future of America is going to look like. So why shouldn't we have resources that nurture our existing business owners and help them grow and expand? I love it. This is why I got into this field and what kind of makes me tick. So it gives me joy hearing that you're finding value in it too.
Oh, absolutely. I'm finding so much value to the point where I'm definitely going to reach out to you to get on your calendar, because I just feel like there's just a lot of resources that we don't know. Like I talked to I know Jessica over at community over at the county and the community outreach department. She was saying they were trying to get like the DBE program started up. I know there's the MBE and the SBEs and WBEs, and so I think all of those things, like, I know Ace does a great job with helping with those too, but I feel like there's just still stuff that we don't know about. So, my goal is to bring awareness to what's going on in our community, even though I love playing music, don't get me wrong, and I love telling y'all the horoscopes every morning. The real goal is to make sure that the resources that are here, that we know about them. I'm a small business owner. I love being one. I can't see myself doing anything. When they put me in the ground, they're gonna say she's up in heaven right now doing business. She's starting a business. I love it, But I'm glad that I had the opportunity to talk to people like you who are here on the forefront, bringing in resources and companies that say, let's partner. I was on a call with Rowan. I was on they did like I guess I would call it like a focus group. And I was one of the people in the focus group, and we got a chance to say what we would like to see happen at the research center, like what it needs to look like for us. Some great ideas on there, but I think that's amazing. And I said to him, I said, don't leave us out. Don't leave out the small businesses. But I think for a lot of small business owners, we just don't know where to go. Like, how do we get to these corporations like a Rowan Foundation who's launching the research, and how do we become a part of that? And I think that's the sketchy part for a lot of people. So the fact that you said you guys are launching a portal next year, the first quarter of next year, to kind of marriage and bridge that gap, I think that's amazing. Can you talk a little bit about what to expect from that portal?
Yeah, and let me also dive in just with Rowan. Rowan, just for any listeners that might not be familiar, that's a 2,000 acre roughly stretch of land within Gwinnett County that the county has itself purchased in order to transform it into what will be essentially a knowledge community. It's going to focus on agricultural sciences, life sciences, health sciences, and then it's going to bridge that with technology and innovation. So this will be an area that will be anchored for really our kids to grow and walk into job opportunities that can be life-changing. In order to do that, you have to make sure that you've got school systems that can help train up students in that area. And we're very fortunate because our school system is one of the top ranked in the nation. We've got curriculums now. Second-year high school, I think, is the new one that's coming out the ground that's going to focus on artificial intelligence. I wish when I was a kid I would have, been in high school and got to learn about AI. That's going to open up so many doors. But, after a student does that and they go through places like Gwinnett Tech or GGC, that'll open up the door for them to take all that they've learned from basically pre-K in Gwinnett County, college in Gwinnett County, and then give them a job opportunity in Gwinnett County at a place like Rowan. So when you mention Rowan, like that's another thing that gets me excited. That's a huge generational, life-changing opportunity for so many people in the community. I think we right now can't even imagine what that's going to do for the future. But going back to your other question about just what is it that we can do with the portal? I think the portal is just one piece of the larger program. I think the portal helps to tackle that other issue I mentioned, about why small businesses might falter. It's lack of information. So the portal is going to work with folks like the Metro Atlanta Chamber, innovation centers around the region, as well as companies that are based here in Gwinnett County and our 16 cities, and just assemble information about what each company and each organization is looking for at the moment. And it'll provide direct contacts for matchmaking opportunities. So that way, for example, if you're thinking about wanting to learn more about what Waffle House is trying to innovate around, which is a Gwinnett-based company. It's headquartered in Gwinnett. Or if you're thinking more regionally and you want to learn what Chick-fil-A, is doing in their food science lab, in their innovation center, our goal is to take that information, put it in the portal so that way folks can access it and then have a point of contact about how to engage each of those innovation centers with their products. On the flip side, though, I mentioned it's like one piece of the puzzle. Our other goal is to make sure that the local companies who are wanting to innovate quickly know how to test things out in a very safe environment, because that's kind of the forgotten piece of the pie. So earlier you were mentioning Curiosity Labs. That's a great example. Gwinnett is home to several testing areas that focus on very niche markets like Curiosity Labs. And our goal is to make sure that if a Fortune level company is doing testing in a local market at Curiosity Labs, for example, and they are wanting to engage local companies to learn more about resources that they can tap into locally, that there's a vessel that they can go through. And it's pretty simple. It's just essentially matchmaking, listening to where the needs are, and then creating platforms. There's another innovation center that's coming out the ground here called the Water Innovation Center, or the Water Tower for short. It's right really at the 985-85 split where the water treatment facility is currently located. Adjacent to that, the county is developing essentially a testing center around water infrastructure technology. We already have companies that are reaching out and saying, hey, we specialize in things that are working with water. We would love to figure out, can we test that in your market? And by the way, are there local companies that can help us with assembling some of what we're testing? Wow. And that's what it's all about. Yeah. When you do that, you create new jobs, you create new capital investment, and then the economy continues to grow.
Man, that is so freaking cool. And I've been to the water center, and when I tell you, it was amazing. It was just amazing to see the process. And that was a part of Gwinnett Citizen Academy 101. So if you have not registered to go through the academy and you live in Gwinnett County, this is a great academy for you. I think you missed the spring session, but there is a fall session coming up. So make sure to register, because they only take a certain amount of people at a time. But you just learn so much. And when I saw that whole process, I was like, that's amazing. But they told us, and they gave us some kind of little fertilizing beads or something that comes from, like, I guess the waste from the water that you plant, like you can put on your yard. So they gave me like 2 jars. And my husband has been using them. He's like, oh, those things are amazing. Like, the grass is nice. It was crazy. But you can't. Oh, my God, they have them. They got bags. And, like, I wanted to buy a whole bag. Like, they got big bags of them that's stacked up like this tall. And they don't sell to consumer directly, though. They sell to, I think, to a company. But because we went through the academy, we were able to get some. And I can't remember what they were called, but he loves them. He's like, that is really good for the grass. And I was like, oh, I got to see can I get some more, But just those type of things, just alone, like that comes from after they clean the water. And then they take it and turn it into these little pellets. And then they bag them up. And I think they were saying a bag was like dirt cheap, like for real. And I was like, I want a bag, like give me a whole bag. And it's like, we can't sell it directly to you. And I was like, oh crap. So I think there's opportunities for, for us there. Like, I feel like there's so many opportunities right now, Randall, till it's a little bit overwhelming, especially for people like me, who's a serial entrepreneur. Like, I want to do everything. Like, you have to shut me down. But for other ones who said, you know what, I got this one idea and I just need help getting it off the ground, I just think it's going to be so cool to like share the resources with you guys. And let me ask you this. I am in charge of communications at the Greater East Side Chamber. Would you be willing to come out to one of our lunch and learns to talk about what? Because I honestly, I really don't think they know what you guys do. Like, I really don't, because I didn't.
I will definitely take you up on that on one condition.
Okay.
All right. I would love to bring some of my peers with me.
Maybe
Brian Durrellis,
yes,
who is over technology and life sciences and over that startup and entrepreneurship sector. I think he would be a great person to maybe talk to the group a little bit. And then, if possible, we would love to also be able to bring our director of existing industry, Devin Casey. I think those two, that might be a powerhouse presentation. That
would be great. And what we could probably do is set up a panel. So you guys will sit on a panel that day and just talk about what it is that the Partnership of Gwinnett actually offers to this group, because I really don't think they know. Now, it's going to be in person, so is everybody cool with that? Because we're going back to in person.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Like, we started doing well, we've been really having in-office meetings since May, but it feels like, everyone now is starting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Our team is fully vaccinated, and that's totally fine. We're happy to do it, but I've noticed, like, there's a different rhythm. You kind of got to, like, get used to seeing people again.
Yeah.
You don't know to do the handshake or fist bump.
I be like this, I do like this.
Yeah.
It's like, that kind of thing. So, okay, so listen, I don't want to keep you because I know you are a busy man, but I will get on your calendar, and I want to thank you so much for sharing all of this wonderful, wonderful information with the Good Morning Gwinnett people around the world here in Gwinnett County. And how can people reach out to you in the Partnership for a Better Tomorrow again?
Feel free to reach us at www.partnershipgwinnett.com.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, today's my Friday. Not really. I do the show Monday through Thursday live. I try to take Fridays off. However, I won't be podcasting, but I am taking Friday off after I do a couple of meetings. But thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'll be in touch with you soon.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Listen, guys, I'm going to my last song, and then I'll be back to give you my word of inspiration. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. A lot was in that interview, and I'm just really, really, really excited about just knowing more about what Partnership Gwinnett actually does. So I'm excited about that. But be sure to go to partnershipgwinnett.com, partnershipgwinnett.com for more information, and look forward to more interviews like that, because I think that's going to help you learn even more about the innovations that's going on here in Gwinnett County. I know I'm a geek, so I talk about Curiosity Lab all the time, but just being able to talk to Jason and finding out more about what's on the platform that he and his team are going to be offering is going to be great. So hold tight. I'm going to a song. I'll be back after this song to give you my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Time thinking about the day that we met.
welcome back. So listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed that interview. That was really a good interview. And for all of my small business owners right here in Gwinnett County, there are great resources here. Partnership for Gwinnett is one of those resources. The Gwinnett Chamber is one. Greater Eastside Chamber is another one. Curiosity Lab is another one. Economic Development is another one. The Entrepreneur Center, which is opening up downtown Lawrenceville, is going to be another one. We have resources, and I know SBDC here and SCORES here, and their SCORES right here in Lawrenceville. SCORES in Sugar Hill, and SBDC is right here in Lawrenceville, and the Little Burn Business Association. It's a lot of organizations. I think ACE Women's Center, but I just think it's trying to bring all that information together under one roof. And I think what I'm going to do is, on the Good Morning Gwinnett website, I'm going to add a list of all the small business resources here in Gwinnett County, so that you can just click a link and just go find them. I think that's going to be a lot, because as I sit here and think about them, they're a lot. And I know that there are a lot. And so you can't be at all of them in one place, but it'd be kind of nice to be able to know where they are and when you need them. So thank you again, Randall, for being my guest today. That was truly amazing. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you and share information about what you guys do over at Partnership for Gwinnett and how we can help our community stay strong and keep getting stronger. All right, so listen, before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Before I do that, I want to tell you this. Make sure to go back and listen to the wisewomaninvestpodcast.com. Go to that and listen to last night's episodes with Janelle Belly Jones. She talked about raising young moguls. She talked about understanding the stock market. She talked about creating generational wealth. She is a options trader. She taught her children how to be option trader. They're setting up 401ks for their employees, and they're still like teenagers and not even tweens yet. Her daughter does the payroll for the brother. She's 10. That story just blows my mind every time I hear it. But anyway, go to Wise Woman Invest Podcast, and just know that I'll be bringing you more episodes just like that one with some amazing women. I'll be talking about real estate investing, anything, and when it comes to investing and building wealth, generational wealth, that's going to be on the Wise Woman Invest Podcast. And I'm every time I think about it, I'm super excited about it. So be sure to check it out. All right, before I go, here's your word of inspiration for the day. It says, if you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. Let me just say that one more time. If you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, stop wishing and just do it. We're going to take Nike's slogan and say, just do it. Wanda Sykes said that, and she was absolutely right. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm not going to talk long because I got to go to a meeting. But here's what I want to say to you. You may be afraid to do it because you think you're going to fail, and you may fail. And guess what? If you fail, you fail. Start over. You know how many times I fell? I was going to write a book one time called The Queen of Starting Over, because I had failed so many times and had to start over so many times, but I never stopped, and I never will until God says, you're done. That's when I'm going to stop. But right now, I'm going to keep going. Why? Because I have a passion for what I'm doing, and I can't let small things stand in the way of my passion. Right? I can't let the lack of money stand in the way of my passion. I can't let the lack of knowledge stand in the way of my passion, because here's what I know. You can go out there and get money. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You can go out there and find the money. You can crowdsource it. You can go on Kickstarter, Indiegogo. You can go to WeTrans, God, what is it called? It's right. But it's a crowdfunding platform. You can just get the money. You can ask people for money. You can find angel investors. The money is there. But you have to be ready for it. And so here's what I would say. Take some time. Write a business plan. It doesn't have to be a 35-page business plan, but it needs to be a clear vision for what you want to do, right? Stop wasting time, because time doesn't stop for you. You're wasting your time. Time is going to keep moving, and you're wasting it. Stop wasting time. If you're not clear about what you need to do, then talk to somebody. Here's the other thing I've learned about clarity, right? A lot of times it's not even being clear. Like, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you want to do. But you say, I don't know, because you don't have the confidence. It has nothing to do with clarity. It has more to do with confidence. And how can I tell you that? Because I've been there. Like, there are things that I know, right? And I say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's because my confidence in that thing is not strong. I'm telling you, it's not that you don't know. You know what you like to do. But do you have the confidence to do it? If you have the confidence and the passion and the motivation, it'll get done. I'm just trying to tell you, it will get done. So you just have to say, you know what, I really want to do this. I'm going to do it no matter what. And you can tell if people really want to do something, they do it. I say that all the time. I used to tell my daughter, she's like, I really want to act. Are you acting? Because your mother owns a TV network. Create something and get on TV. You can act. Like, right? So in my mind, you're not really super passionate. You like it, but you're not super passionate about it. I own a TV network. Act. Let me put you on TV. Let me create a channel for you. Act. You write your script out. Be a one-woman show. Act. That's what I'm telling you. Just do it. If you want to do poetry, write. If you want to start a business, start one. If you want to be a fashion designer, sew something. If you want to be a podcaster, buy a microphone. See that mic right there? That's the mic I started with. I have 2 mics that you can't see. They're sitting right here. I have boxes of mics in my garage. I started with that one. That's called the Yeti right here. This one. I started with that one. And guess what I did? I just started because that's what I wanted to do. Now I have 4 podcasts. I'm about to probably launch the 5th one because I like this space. I think it's an amazing space. And I just do it. I don't care if it's ugly. I just do it ugly. My friend Chris Comitso wrote a book called Start Ugly. The thing is to start. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly until it's not. The thing is to start. Start ugly. People will appreciate the journey. Trust me when I tell you. I started ugly. I had a paper route. I quit my freaking job. I was throwing the Sunday paper. Start ugly. Just start. That's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 24 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you. There's a life for that. I really, really do. I want to again thank Randall Tousannaint for being my guest today. Partnership for Gwinnett. I really think they're doing some amazing work over there, and I'm just excited about the portal that's going to bridge the gap between the people that need the resources and people that got the resources. So I'm excited about that. Thank you again for listening. If you missed any episode of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And if you have an iPhone or Android phone, there is a Good Morning Gwinnett app for that. So download our app from the App Store. And if you have an Alexa in your house, say, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and it will play the latest episode of the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Again, be sure to check out the show from yesterday, wisewomaninvestpodcast.com. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot out of it. You're going to, if nothing else, you're going to be inspired to help your children become the best versions of who they are. I'll be back again on Monday. Y'all stay safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.